this week it's just now the four swords are just in the pool. Okay, so we're starting both in sync with bombs. Okay, so Whiskey Bill, what do you think will happen with this race today?
Well, getting bombs is actually a great thing to see early on because you don't have to worry about trying to farm bombs and not having to worry about having to have rupees. So being able to get to, especially starting in sync and being able to get to the back of his Blind's house and Black of Well without having to do anything else is going to be a nice little start for us. Looks like both runners are heading up to Lumberjack. Looks like we skipped the tree pole. We got bombs on the crabs too.
Ooh, that's nice. That really does save money right there because
Oh my!
it's not uncommon to have to take $50 to get bombs. Okay, so nothing on the lumberjack, so that's good.
Looks like we'll carry this over into the Lost Woods over here. Let's see what goodies we have at the mushroom spot and what the thieves are hiding from us today. Oop. Got pecked by the bird, and we find a piece of heart. And down the hole. So the forest had half a heart. Hopefully, Kakariko will be a little bit more beneficial for both runners here.
At this point, looking for well, good thing to find if it shows up here is boots. Yeah, early boots is always helpful just for mobility.
Yeah, scooting is always fun. It's a lot better than walking. What goodies does Blind have for us today? Well, we got a boomerang. Couple bucks. Oh, we got a pokey.
Okay, that is always good to get that sword out of the way because ooh, hey, burnout. Okay, that's good for some safety protection there. But yeah, getting that early sword because I have seen plenty of scenes where runners don't get a sword for quite a while.
Those are the fun ones, though. You get to show off all the use of whatever's left in your inventory.
I mean, that's even assuming they get anything good in the inventory in the first place.
Also true. Oh, more money to. Ooh, ice rod. We don't know if it's needed, but we got it. And gloves. All right, we got one piece to let us into Dark World. We're just missing a couple more. And it looks like Jabera. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, so he's like you said, Kakariko being a bit more productive.
Chicken house replenishing our bombs. Oh, we got a rebate from the bottle vendor. And as we're wrapping up Kakariko, I guess the next decision for our runners are going to be either taking that sword into front of Escape in Uncle's area or checking the South Shore. And I don't know if you have a one that's more beneficial than the other, but I tend to lead more towards South Shore, but I also am allergic to the front of Escape, but that's just me.
Yeah, you're not the only one. Front of Escape is just kind of out of the way. In this case, you got that. You got also the back of Escape because you got the glove, so they could just do that. Um, let's see, that might be what Eclectic might be doing here. You gotta take that glove into the back of Escape. I've got to check. Ooh, that was really fast.
Yeah, it was. Oh, we got green Hera, we got red Eastern, and blue Crystal for desert. So now we just need a way to complete some of those dungeons. Looks like Jabera's on the same wavelength here of going the back of sync. Oh, we can check Sick Kid. We didn't get the key, so that means, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm still kind of learning the logic, but I believe that means there will be an item in Dark Cross.
I believe so, since they saw the map.
Yeah.
So the small key. I'm trying to think what that could be, actually. I mean, if it's in Dark Cross, it's just locked by a fire source. If it's in the front, then it's not locked by anything.
We've got, looks like Eclectic going down here to Mini Moldorn Cave. Nice dense location. Let's see if this can pay off like some of the other ones already have.
Mini Boulder is being a little bit troublesome for Eclectic. The move is just really erratic. And okay, there we go. And Jabra is going to be doing front of escape. We'll see a little bit of divergence here and see if anything comes up. Ooh, nice refill for Eclectic there. Okay, we've got Quake. Ooh, that's a good one there.
It's a hook in a box. Oh. It looks like we're going to take this all the way down the Ice Rod Cave. I guess technically Zora's in play too, but we don't have any money for that. After here, this basic... Oh, there's the pearl. Now we've got 2 pieces. Okay, it looks like Eclectic's following up and going to front of escape as well. Use the boomerang or the hook shot here. For the red guards, makes that easy. Stun prize, full magic. That might come in useful. Oh, there's our fire rod. So, what are the odds Quake opens up Turtle Rock?
Let's see what shows up in that.
Oh, looks like the key locked itself in Dark Cross.
Okay, so that's just gonna be a locked by a fire source, either a lamp or fire rod, which they have. So actually, that's in logic. So
Looks
probably
like
gonna
we're
wait to see what the pendants in the Dark World, because in chat we found early ice. Actually, both rods now, so we're expecting TR to be a pendant.
Oh, looks like we're setting up a death warp here. Nope, maybe not. Oh, okay. And we're saving and quitting out of there. Looks like maybe Eastern. No. Going to, looks like Dam and Agina maybe afterwards, which we're going to see here on Jabera's side. That's a nice spot for the flute.
That might actually be kind of handy. Although granted, they're already kind of halfway to Agina. I mean, that's one of those checks that's just ugly to walk to.
Mm-hmm. And lamp. The dam had everything.
Now this gets interesting. So they got all their fire sources, so no worries about any dark rooms, fire, pod, all that stuff.
That does put it does put Aghanim in the logic though too, doesn't it? Oh, not yet, because I need another sword or cape.
Yeah, we don't have access yet. That does give us mountain access, so that plus that hook shot would put Paradox Cave into play. So that's a lot of checks there.
Good call.
Actually, they have the flute. They have the flute anyway, so that alone would have put the mountain in play.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't know if we saw either person check Desert Ledge.
That was a mushroom.
It was. Okay, I missed that. And it's a race to activate the flute now. This also gives us an opportunity to check Sick Kid while we're here, since we did snag that bottle. See if he's hiding anything under his bed.
Okay, that is actually kind of easy to forget because they got that bottle a little bit ago.
Looks like Jabera is on it. And it looks like they're both on it. Taking different routes to the house. Too bad it wasn't more fruitful.
Well, close to Zora money, only close to that 500, so it's something to keep in mind.
Looks like this will give us our first look at Saha's closet. See if he's got any goodies back there. Ooh, another medallion. Ooh.
Okay. Oh, now this gets interesting. So now we do have Aga 1 access. with that cape. Got 2 out of 3 medallions. Pretty sure that they're going to do. They should be doing mountain first. Probably not the best conditions to go into Acker 1 here.
Yeah, it looks like we're doing. Ooh. I fought the law, and the law won over there on the right, unfortunately for Jabera.
Yeah, we got in chat by Kate Sith 2, who's our tracker. Yeah, Aga 1. We just assume it's not in play until we basically last location.
Aga is. Oh, ooh, there's our second sword too.
Okay.
Kiss the old man for good luck.
Now maybe I get a little bit more concerned if I see like a third sword come out, because not all the time, but at least some number of times I see. Galactic getting bullied around a little bit there.
Yeah,
got the save point though, so that's not too big of a backtrack.
He has the cape ready this time. He has learned. Does not need it.
Of course, when you have all the safeties out there, it's like you get through it flawlessly.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Too bad. Looks like Jabera here will be getting his second sword here momentarily. While Eclectic is going to check the first part of Paradox Cave, see if anything's in the basement. There's our Zora money and a little shield for those that like it. So far, just the swords. I don't think anything else has been of value. Oh, we've got Jabera checking the top, the other side of the mountain, so we can see more money. And then we're going to check Spectral Rock Cave, see what's inside. And the check I always forget to look at of whatever's up there on Floating Island.
I forgot. It wasn't anything.
It was a piece of heart.
Oh, okay. I forgot it was like piece of heart or money. So, oh yeah. Okay, so piece of heart, so don't really care. Spiral Cave, the long walk through the loop here, and at the end of it is, ooh, okay, that's interesting, because we got the full coin collection.
Looks like a fake flipper into Zora, maybe? Nice. And this may be my naivety, but was the bush picking up just something frivolous that they did, or was that something necessary?
You know, I haven't really seen that setup before. A lot of times I will see them go on the other screen and kind of charge their sword, and then just kind of to get the position right.
I would say that's the way I usually approach it. So, I mean, it worked great for them. I mean, look a lot cleaner than I do it. Oh, that was a fruitful waterfall cave.
All right, so book and mirror. So we know that's not in logic yet without those flippers. But that's definitely going to give them more checks. They're just going to, I would bet they're just going to run those checks instead of going to Aga, which will put that off as long as you can get it.
Oh, yeah, now you gotta walk the rest of the way.
Now, vanilla flippers would be kind of interesting to see here.
Oh, that would be very funny. Well, at least the fish likes us. Is Eclectic going back up here to check the other side of the mountain? There you go. Good job, Jabera.
Yeah, that's the setup I'm more used to seeing.
Likewise. But they both work, and they both got you over, and that's all that matters. It looks like we get our first peek into the Dark World side. And of course, with both rods nice early on, we have a pendant TR and a pendant pod. I missed where the other red crystal was.
Oh, it looked like I think Jabber got hit in fake flipper, so that's not
Oh no.
good there.
Oh, look what the book got us.
Okay.
Someone from above sending a high five straight down. And then into Green Pendant Hera because we are here. I don't mind this play. It's 2 quick checks, and if only gets you a fire, so you can definitely do everything here. And the hook shot to take the express elevator down.
And also gives a green pendant, so Eclectic might consider just clearing this place just for the green pendant.
Good call. Yep, gotta go the long way since we don't have boots. At least I'm not good at the bomb jump, so I gotta go this way. And we have Jabera in Eastern. So far, the first check was nothing useful. Let's see how the rest of this works out. We've got one person in a pendant dungeon and one person in a crystal dungeon. We'll see which has the better, I guess, ending?
I mean, Jabber is still holding on to logic at this point, so in this case, this might be an advantage for Eclectic, especially if you can dodge Aga 1.
Yeah, that's a huge time sink that if you can avoid, that is just gonna pay dividends later on for you. Voldorn is not playing nice.
You could consider getting the hook shot out to try to exploit iframes. I see that used by some people.
I enjoy that very, very. Oh, that is also a way to do it as well.
Very nice smolder fight there. And oh, that's okay. That's very good. That's both items out of Hera. Don't need to do
Anytime
the
you can,
basement.
I was to say, anytime you can avoid the basement, that's always a good feeling.
Yeah, that's one of those checks that nobody wants to do unless there are some conditions that are okay. You more inclined to do the basement. So, for example, if you had to go all the way around to get the Hera, like you had no mirror, and you had the hammer, so more people are probably gonna do the basement then because you're not gonna want to walk back to Hera.
We have Eclectic using the portal of at the base of Death Mountain, since they don't have the hammer. To use the one at the TR entrance, and heading up here into Super Bunny Cave to see what Dark Death Mountain has to hold, since they now have the Titansmiths. Fortunately, it does not look like anything was super useful in Eastern. They got a bottle out of there, and they may be going to bite the bullet for Aga.
Yeah, it looks like they're just following the logic, which that's always good to follow it. It's just in this case, Eclectic breaking that logic a little bit is kind of paying off dividends. So we got Super Bunny Cave that had a bow in it.
Ooh.
And that was Bombo Stanter TR, but it doesn't really matter. We got all the medallions anyway. Oh boy, this is really just snowballing here. Wow,
Yeah.
that Eclectic's just hitting the jackpot and finding boots in Hookshot Cave. Eclectic might have been thinking about Spike Cave, but no hammer yet, so can't do that. But they are going to immediately take that bow straight into Red Crystal Eastern. And actually can turn in the green pendant afterward. So that's going to be able to get all this done in one go.
Had Pod have been a crystal, I guess you don't have hammer, because I was kind of curious why they didn't take the dark portal and do it with them having mirror, but that's, again, I forgot Pod was a pendant dungeon.
Yeah, pendant pod is not one that you want to try to stay away from that because it's a kind of a time sink for potentially nothing. Now there could be stuff in there for sure, but
Both on blue mail now.
yes, I think Jabra getting hit out of that fake flipper. I mean, it's
once
lot of
bitten,
times-
twice shy.
a lot of times that okay, it doesn't have much in it. We just go on, but this one is it's just because that waterfall fairy just really hit pay dirt. Had a lot of big goodies in it, mainly that mirror and the book actually.
Yeah, especially with the book leading to mitts, and then the mitts leading to boots.
I mean, at this point, I'd be willing to guess flippers could very well be in pendant pod.
That would not be fun. getting beat up by the Igors a little bit. Oh no! An accidental mirror by Eclectic trying to switch to the bow to fire at the Igor.
Yeah, that's happened. Even veteran players, it happens. You just, it's just reflex. You're just trying to get to the item. You're doing the item switch, and you kind of forget that. Oops, I didn't switch to the bow there.
I've never done that in GT. You know, right after beating Moldorn or anything like that.
Don't want to be doing the climb again. Now, there are cases where you do mirror out of the top of GT, but that's not in standard boats. That will be in stuff like I think like cross key sanity and all that. So that's all different modes. But these standard modes, you gotta complete top of GT. We got Sean and Chad wanting to hammer in the pyramid. Let's see, is that possible to have? Okay, so they got, I think Skull Woods is the other. It's looking like Skull Woods is the other red crystal. Oh no, Thieves Town is the other red. Okay, so that's a free. That's a freebie. That doesn't require anything.
And that'll give you a pretty early red bomb too.
Yeah, because right now the whole Eastern thing is not in logic.
Oh, true. Very true. We've got Armos down on Eclectic side. Jabera has taken Aga down and is traversing the Dark World. Looks like they are heading up to Catfish. Nope, backtracking and going to Village of Outcasts, it looks like.
Right, green pendant turn in. That I could not even see that. Oh no, the single arrow. Okay, well, don't care about that.
All right, as I say, Saha giving us his favorite finger. I mean arrow, sorry. Looks like Eclectic has gone to Mire area and has cleared out the shed and allows them to do both Mire and Desert in one swoop, so that'll be a nice double kill there for them.
Oh, yeah, they can also pick up that mushroom on the desert ledge.
Who doesn't like a fetch quest?
Well, they got the flute, so that's not that big. Actually, that might be good for Eclectic if they want to do Catfish, because they can just pair that up.
Yeah, it's a good combo. Oh, we got the shovel up here. Each runner picking up a different fetch quest item.
Actually, no, I think about it, Eclectic doesn't have logical access to East Dark World yet, actually. You're gonna need flippers or that hammer. Or beating Aga.
Yeah, very true. Unless they do the water walking and they load it from Skullwoods, which I've seen a couple times.
Yeah, that's kind of time consuming, so I
absolutely
not really thinking not thinking they're gonna run that. Yeah, I mean, Sean and chat, Eclectic does have, but I think kind of know that he's probably gonna put that up as long as possible. Gonna get all the other checks possible first. unless the hammer is in Pyramid Fairy, you would have to do something very creative to get that red bomb around.
And I guess this is me. Can Hammer be at Pyramid Fairy if Thieves Town is a red crystal?
We just need a logical bow. Thieves Town is... well, Thieves Town, it depends. If the small key, I guess you could say, quote-unquote, locks itself, then no, that's actually hammer locked.
Okay. Learned something new today. Jabera taking the hand out for Skull Woods here. And then looks like they're going to try to bomb jump over to check the big chest now that they have the key. There it is.
Eclectic almost done with Land Mola. Okay, there we go. Good fight there. I don't think there was much in Desert. I think I saw a bottle.
There wasn't anything of note that I saw. Oh, we don't have Red Cane, so I guess we can't do Mire. Or we're avoiding Mire for now.
Alright, so Eclectic turning in that mushroom. Let's see if this shows up with anything, and nope, nothing on the mushroom.
Looks like Eclectic's following suit to head towards Skull Woods with the fire rod. It looks like they're going to head straight to the back.
Yeah, I don't remember. Did we see anything in the front of Skull Woods?
I believe there was... No, I don't think so, actually. I don't even think there was an item. So that was a very clean running of that room. I struggle with that room very much, so...
Yeah, a lot of times you just end up clearing the enemies out and
Yep.
take your time through that.
Double kill. Good use of ether to clear all the Gibdos, and now we're just going to light all the torches really quick. Looks like we're trying to conserve as much magic as possible for Moth. Oh no, no. Jabera taking the hand exit on accident.
So that is that's found Samaria. Okay, so that's very convenient. So that will add Icebreaker onto the list for Ice Palace. This fight, the moth fight, is never fun to do. It's just
I believe they do have a fairy in a bottle, so they have an extra life, quote unquote. Oh, and a green potion.
something to consider. Especially if the moth decides to stay at the top of the screen, because it's kind of a real annoying spot to try to get at it. Okay, so we're assuming the fairy. And of course, one hit later.
And $300. So red cane and $300. Both items were in the back.
Oh, so okay, Collector getting the good routing there. Also, yeah, putting that bottled fairy to use there. So that tends to happen. Like you always have like one hit left, and then but doesn't matter. Got the job done.
It looks like Jabera has used their fairy already, so they are down to the green potion.
No, that one was tough for Jabera because the moth likely just kept getting hit into the spikes, which negate it negates damage.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think they're trying to decide whether if they want to. Looks like they're gonna. Oh, at least they'll get red cane here now. Maybe this will change the calculus of what they'll do after this. Because now unfortunately, they don't have magic and 4 hearts. I mean, that's I think the hardest part is you've only got 4 or 5 hearts at max right now.
Yeah, I think a lot of learning that battle is really being able to dodge in the room. It's not just trying to do as much damage as you can. So maybe sometimes when practicing, runners will probably just try not to do anything. Don't do damage, and you just try to survive in there as long as possible. Because once you get good at that, then you add the damage on later.
Yeah, very true. Moth is always a difficult fight, but that is a good way to kind of break it apart and kind of just learn pieces. If you can learn how to dodge, eventually it's going to fly towards your sword. Hopefully. All right, now that looks like Bill Woods is done, Eclectic has followed that into Thieves Town. This should give them their second red crystal once they clear this out. And it looks like Jabera has kind of changed their trajectory after getting that red cane and possibly also going to Thieves Town here.
So I think that was a couple items in the front. Saw a blue rupee and it was like a heart or something like that.
So I saw the full heart.
Yeah, got a compass. We got the big key.
Mm-hmm.
So Eclectic trying to do the center dash. That is not easy to do to get the positioning.
It always feels good when you do get it, though. Looks like Jabera is just doing all of Village of Outcasts, possibly hoping for that hammer before going into Thieves Town.
Yeah, I think at this point, just get all the checks you can do. just kind of regroup, and Moth just put that away for later. It's just a regular crystal, so that's only going to be relevant when you go to GT, and we know that it was just money, so there's no progression behind Moth.
I feel like whenever I play...
No, yeah, we haven't seen the small key yet in here, because if it's not in the maiden cell, then this Thieves' Town is logically hammer-locked.
I believe that means the key gets locked in the big chest now, because blind cannot have a key.
Yes, the small keys could be in that big chest. So, and logically, this place is hammer locked. So, you're, I guess, technically supposed to go take that key and not go to the attic, but go to the basement to get that key to take to the attic. That nobody's gonna do that.
That seems like poor planning on whoever made this game's part. Very nice blind fight by Eclectic. Oh, look what we got there.
Boy. Ooh. So yeah, you were supposed to... Wow, this is not very pretty to do this. So you were supposed to take out Aga 1. So at this point, it's looking like you gotta take out Aga 1 and then go across North Dark World to get the Thieves' Town to get those flippers, and then go back to Waterfall Ferry.
And this is me personally. This is why I enjoy Rando, because you can take that logic and sometimes just throw it out the window and make your own game up. Because as you can see, Eclectic here has chosen not to do any of that and is in pretty good shape here.
Yeah, so they just put the logic back together, so now they know they're they probably realized Aga 1 was probably your logical Dark World access, but they got around that.
Mm-hmm. Missed what was that dig game from Jabera while he is going to... Oh, just money, that's why. Oh, 20 bucks everywhere.
Yeah, it was a red 20 on the dig game.
Looks like Jabera is gonna see what all the hype is about today.
It's taking a little while to get the hype cave here. Okay, so starting with the red shield. In the back, oh, more money. Okay, so money's not an issue. Heart container, heart piece, and 20 rupees. So not really that much in hype cave today.
Post Hamlet with nothing useful. Well, looks like Jabera's gonna take that shovel over. And they are rewarded with a buried bee.
Now, at that point, had that been the hammer, that would have been very interesting, because Eclectic has not gotten that shovel yet.
No, that would have been That would have been very fortunate for Jabera. That hammer is still out there, so it can be... We're slowly whittling down the places it could be, but it is still out there somewhere.
So Hylia Island with nothing, a red 20. So Eclectic going into Swamp, you can pretty much skip the hammer requirement.
Yep. I'm wondering if Jabera bought that bottle to try to... Oh, I thought they were going to head over to Pod and then bottle unlock with that. Oh, it looks like they are, but they have to go this way because this is how they get into Dark World.
With a nice specky clip on Eclectic side there. It doesn't look like it. I don't think it takes that much to learn. It's just really a couple steps to get the positioning, and then pretty much you'll get it right like every time.
I actually did learn something new the other day when it comes to Specky Clip, that if you... Because I kept learning that when I do it, I would stutter step, and that can throw everything off. It's supposed to be one fluid motion. So I would get to the point where I was like stutter stepping, and I wasn't getting it every time. So that was a nice call out that I learned from, actually from DDR Kirby, who's Eclectic's mentor.
This is all the stuff that as runners get better and better, and it becomes fluid. You stop thinking about how to do it, and as it gets like routine, second nature, and you just do it.
It becomes the norm. Looks like we are going to get our first look in the pod here. Wow. Eclectic is working on fighting Argus and his cotton candy minions.
So I do not think Eclectic is going to go back in because the hammer cannot be on left side Swamp.
That's a good call there. Looks like we got Argus down on Eclectic's side, and they were just holding bombs, but that's another crystal into the pocket.
So at this point, hammer could just very well be like vanilla or something, because this seed in chat's trying to put the logic together, and this is kind of a bit twisted here, because you had to get Aga 1 access, go into Thieves, and hammer. You're supposed to come in there with the hammer logically, because hammer is locking flippers.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just locks book, mirror, and then basically everything else behind it.
Right, because you can't get the Titan's mitts because that's all locked behind what was in I'm so sorry, the fairy cave up there.
Basically, the Waterfall Fairy gave the entire package for mitts because it gave both items you needed: the mirror and the book.
The mitt starter kit. It looks like Jabera is getting walked through how to do camera unlock here. Yeah, this is a cool trick that I just did for the first time not too long ago. This allows you to sneak past the red Igor, or excuse me, the red mimic, which can only be killed by bows. But in this case, you just make sure it never shows up on the screen, so he can walk right past it. I believe catfish was checked. Yeah. Hobo, I think, is new. All right, it looks like Eclectus is going up the. Have they checked? No, they have not checked Pyramid yet.
Yeah, they just now doing their East Dark World sweep here. I'm wondering if they will go into Pendant Pod at this point.
Oh no, did they go too far? They did.
Okay, oof. Yeah, so the screen is supposed to scroll to the right there so that they can despawn the red mimic there.
Yeah, I'd say it looks like they got bumped while trying to go into the doorway and it threw them off. I did get some keys, or a key.
Yeah, I mean, all of this is just, it's good stuff to learn over time. It's just kind of practicing. I think when you play on the randomizer, I think it allows you to just kind of set whatever conditions, or set where you want to be, and then you can just practice certain things. So Catfish on Eclectic's side. Yeah, I didn't think we checked Catfish because I don't remember that. Oh my gosh.
I totally thought he did do Catfish already. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. So that should
So
be go
that was it.
mode.
I was about to say, as long as they're comfortable with Master Sword Silverless, they can begin the countdown. Looks like we're finishing up, or we're leaving after Dark Maze for Pod on Jabera's side.
I don't think there was really much of anything in there.
I didn't see anything of note, but I also thought we got Catfish, so
Oh, that's really bad. That's an isolated check. That's just one of those. I mean, the thing is, Jabera should not have that many options, so that should take them over there at some point.
we're going to see some ice breaking action over here on Eclectic's side. Looks like Jabera is going the long way to Zora.
And we know Zora only had a heart container. Eclectic is just kind of rushing through. Probably check stuff along the way. Still want to at least chance a sword or silvers.
Yeah, no one's going to be upset if one of those show up.
Nice spin down the stairs there for Eclectic. Okay, so Eclectic doesn't have enough. Oh no, yeah, Bombos. Okay, so there's no problem with magic issues.
I believe they have a blue potion as well. I do think they stopped at the potion shop.
Yeah, they did. They have at least a green, but I know they bought a blue as well for safety. Yeah, okay, there's the blue. Pretty sure you could be, yeah, just using the green first. And okay, Jabera looks like Jabera. I think what happened, they went to the hook shot instead of continuing on the catfish.
That's right. Yes, they came up here, but then turned around and hook shotted too. You are correct.
Alright, so that is Cold Stare down. Good fight there. So that Ice Palace is logically locked by Samaria. That small key, but Samaria was very early, so not an issue there.
Eclectic is heading to Meyer, while Jabera will get the good news that at least one of the fish had a good item.
Now, what did Jabera? I thought they stepped into Thieves Town, or did they just leave early or something?
They did step into Thieves Town. They took a death and they left.
Oh. Okay, so Jabera having that hammer now. Probably, let's see, if you're gonna... Which way to go is gonna be into... either another chance on Skullwithy or magic. It may just be doing thieves or something.
I believe they did buy a green or a blue potion as well, so maybe they will. Well, I guess we'll see here momentarily.
Now, when they get the flippers and get to the Waterfall Ferry, I'm kind of wondering how they're gonna react to this, because it's again, it's just what it guarded behind there, behind Waterfall Ferry there.
Yeah, unfortunately for... Had they just been able to get up there without getting bumped, I think we have a much different scenario. Looks like they are going to Thieves Town first. Eclectic is still trying to find the big key here. Guessing Eclectic was going to go and do the cutscene chest, but possibly talked out of it by his mentor, telling him that this is better to try to complete these first and leave that for last if needed.
trying to do the rail skip there, and I'm pretty sure there's kind of a positioning to get that right.
Yeah, when it comes to the rail skip, I know of it, and that's about where that ends for me. Like, I've seen it done several times, but I'm not sure what the setup is on it. There it is.
I think we've seen. Is it only one item in Maya, or have we seen both? I know we saw 10 arrows.
10 arrows was the only item I remember seeing.
Okay, so
The second item could have been in cutscene chest or in the big chest, or they could still be on Vitreous as well. Ooh.
But what Eclectic's doing, that's kind of what most people would do. You just try to avoid the out of the way rooms. Don't really want to be doing the cutscene chest if you could avoid it.
Right, investing that much time into a piece of a heart feels bad.
Alright, Jabbra's going through thieves. Okay, realizing you basically gonna have a hammer locked dungeon. We going towards blind to get their flippers.
Flippers will probably start letting them feel like they can breathe in this seed. Meanwhile, it looks like we've got Cape Strats over on Vitreous. And finish him off with the bow.
Kind of hoping a sword kind of drops at some point or some upgrade. Nope, just piece of heart, so... I mean, that's good. You don't have to do the cutscene chest.
And with that, I believe that's Eclectic's 7th crystal.
Flippers for Jabbra, okay. And alright, so that's 7 crystals for Eclectic, so they'll be on the way to Ganon's Tower. So I'd like to do a bit of a guessing game here, trying to figure out where that big key is in Ganon's Tower. So we got a number of checks, 1 through 22 checks available. So you can kind of take your guesses where you think that big key is going to be today in GT. So what do you like to guess on?
Well, my number I usually guess is 15. I just lucky number for me. So I'm sure neither one of them want that, but that's my number I'm guessing. How about you?
I'll just take number 10. I'll just pick a random one. Don't have any favorites in mind here.
Fair enough.
It's like always someone who wants to say tile room 22.
Oh, someone has already. Fortunately, the Master Sword does not hurt those enemies. I always forget that every time I come up there until I learn the hard way as well.
So Jabber going through Skull Woods, Eclectic into GT very fast, 110. time into GT.
Let's see what Hope Room has to offer us. Ooh, $100. We always love that. $120 in Hope Room. Off to a good start. Ooh, that's a nice find.
Okay, so that will make the back half of the Ganon fight easier to handle.
Meanwhile, we've got Jabera taking on Moth for round 2. My money's on Jabera this time. I believe I saw him pick up a I was gonna say he grabbed a fairy right beforehand. There it is. Of course, right afterwards, like you said.
At least you get that battle done. That's just... Get that one out of your mind there. So that is check number... Let's see, what
We're
are we
up
at?
to 10.
3, 7, 8. That's 9 right there. Okay. So number 10 through 13 in the random room. Okay, well, we found the Saint card. That's, I guess, a nice free refill there.
Nice little bounce there.
Needed to check that. Needed to check that first. Okay, so we're about a little bit hour 13 minutes in. So yeah, make sure you give our runners a follow here. Eclectic and Jabera putting up a great race for us today. Now, and then we got our on tracking. We have Kate Sith keeping track of all the items for us, and restreaming will be secretly a sliver. Just make sure you all follow there.
I believe that was number 14.
13, 14, 15. 14 was Bob's Chest, I believe. And,
Oh, that's right.
So 15, the Vanilla Big Key.
I got one right for once. Looks like Tifa called it as well. Good job.
Oh yeah, you did say 15, right?
I did.
Oh, congrats for that.
I just got lucky because you chose Hope right.
And also a Tifa 11234, also with a guess of 15. So congrats on the correct guess on the Big Key guessing game.
It's like Jabera using this as an opportunity to stuff some fairies into a bottle. Not a bad time when you're Harapotting. They're right there.
So click on the gauntlet. We can do it pretty good so far. And this is just one of those things that's you'll be like almost sick and tired of doing gauntlet because it's just like every seed you'll be doing this. Just gotta practice this until you get good at it.
Every room requires a skill of some sort. These rooms are dialed up a little bit more than most.
Jabber on there. Moldorm fight. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. Got it very quick there. It's kind of going in. Got angry. The Moldorm got a little bit angry there and didn't give it time to run around. Click popping that blue potion. I mean, you've got safeties. You may as well use them up.
What they are there for.
And still have over 1,000 rupees anyway, so you can always buy more potions if needed. Jaber's gonna be giving us our look into a spike cave here. Let's see what's in here.
Oh. Oh, they grabbed fairies. I think I would have saved the fairies and just used either Cape or Burna, but...
Yeah, I mean that was in normal logic with just Burna.
That's what you need on the... Oh. I guess you already have silvers. I guess you just hoped... I feel like I would have checked that other chest up there. That just might be me.
Guess they're feeling confident enough with the just the Master Sword silvers.
Yeah. Wish I had that confidence.
Now they do have the cape, so that does allow them to just kind of hug the wall for safety.
That's true.
Just flying bats. So that is something. Okay, here Jabber's about to see what's in here. And probably not gonna feel too good about this. It's like, yeah, it's like just you kind of shrug your shoulders on that one.
Yeah, and they just cleared Tower of Hera too, so for them to go back up there to do Ether Tablet where their mitts are is probably low on their priority list, unfortunately.
Like the logic chain was gonna make you do a lot of running back and forth, running around. So unless you kind of broke the logic, Eclectic did that and made things into like a more smooth line there. Alright, so Aga 2 down.
Yeah, that was a good fight.
Eclectic.
Alright, Eclectic's dropping in.
So it's going to be 12 spins on each of the first two phases. don't like about the Master Sword is that look at how much knockback you take when you do a spin.
Yeah. Oh,
No. Advance. Oh, that's a good spot. Should be getting to the upper right corner.
and he's got it. Nice.
That gets at least a couple spins right there. Well, that's about as good as you're
Throw
gonna
the
get.
cape on. Yeah, so throw the cape on and continue. Holding the wall since they don't have half magic to conserve magic while they could.
Yeah, I don't think they have any more potions.
They used one on the climb. I don't know how many. I think they may have bought two, but I'm not 100% sure. Meanwhile, it looks like we got Jabera here working on Specky Clip to get past the hammer part of Pod. Or not Pod, Swamp, excuse me.
Okay, so phase 4 just has to go. Okay, good. Divert the bat there, so go for Torch Glitch. So just kind of take your time on this one. Okay, yeah, there's another one. Okay, so should not have any major issues here.
Oh. Nope. Oh.
Yeah,
Good
they
job
learned
on that.
well on that one.
Yep.
Yeah,
Good job of not holding anything.
Yeah, you don't want to move. That's very counterintuitive there. So, played well, and there we go. That is Ganon down for Eclectic. So, get your GGs in chat for Eclectic, who is finishing this rather tricky race here. A very respectable time here. Getting through the door at 1:22:55-ish. GG's. That's very impressive.
That's a great job by them. They were able to kind of skip the logic early with doing the fake flipper and heading up to the Zora era and getting both Book and Mirror very early in that waterfall cave there. That led them to Boots very early, which unfortunately Jabera is still struggling to find.
And it's going to be very difficult because, as you've mentioned, already did Hera, and you have to go back up there for one check. Eventually, should be getting funneled. Probably no, can't even do Pod, logically.
Yeah, they're still missing their bow. And oh man, left side swamp was compass and map.
So that would have been actually the dream scenario here. You don't have to do left side swamp at all.
Yeah, Eclectic made a bunch of great decisions between them and DDR Kirby, whatever they worked on, because they every skip that they had kind of panned out really well for them.
And I think even execution-wise was very solid. I mean, I didn't really see too much of a major slip. Even the Ganon fight went very well. Got to the upper right corner and got a number of spins off of that.
Yeah. That's always that's a huge part, because even that cuts that to me personally, that is the toughest phase for me, especially without any safeties, is that phase 2 with all the bats. To be able to cut that basically in half by getting up in that corner makes that fight not necessarily trivial, but definitely makes it a lot easier. A nice diverless down by Jabera. That's still a trick that eludes me.
And using a bomb to do it, most of the time I will see Samaria blocks used for that. To get the bomb onto the kind of that rail, the half tile of it.
Mm-hmm.
And now we got a couple swords and don't even know where they are. I probably pod. We never even stepped foot in TR. Easily could have. If Pedestal has a sword, that's basically lost. No one's.
Nope. That's just cruel and unusual punishment.
And yeah, Amphalos in chat. The bow was in Super Bunny Cave. Silver's was on the left, the Stalfos.
Stalfos room.
Jabera on to Argus. Do that. Okay, like halfway through there. All right, we are joined by our winner of this race today, Eclectic GG.
GG's, man, that was a seed.
I mean, you did really well, and there was really just one point that kind of started a chain reaction because the logic of this seed ended up being is actually very linear, but it's all around the place.
Yeah, we decided early to just try and gather more stuff before committing to Aga, and everything just sort of clicked into place like shortly after Waterfall. Yeah, everything just seemed to keep showing up, and I think it was a mixture of things, but it does feel like some of it was a bit lucky, but I think we also executed and made some good choices, and overall can't be upset with the result. That's a new PB, so
Congrats on that. What was your prior record?
it was 140, or no, it was 138.
Oh
Something
boy,
like that.
that was a big cut right there.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. We're honestly surprised to be heading to, like, it was time to go to GT, and it's like, wow, this is much earlier than I thought it was.
It's a good feeling, though.
Yeah, you're looking at the time and it's like 1:10, I'm heading to GT. Wow. So, obviously things went our way, but also just, I'm just glad with how things turned out.
And then you picked up silvers in there. I'm like, okay, so that simplifies at least some of the Ganon.
Yeah, not having to do the last, phase of Ganon without silvers, like it just saves so much time, and there's so much more risk involved with those fire bats flying at you. So
Now you're able to do an excellent job in phase 2 and getting up in the corner when he was able to spawn there. How many? I believe I saw at least 3 double spins there, so that made that phase even negligible for you.
yeah, I'm thankful that Kirby was, really on top of things. I had looked at that map earlier that Limp Bagel had posted on the mentor chat, and was trying to keep that in mind, but Kirby's always on top of this stuff, so really grateful for them as a mentor.
Is there any part of the seed that stood out to you where you were lost, or maybe not lost is a good word, where you were kind of trying to figure out where the next play was, and what kind of made you make the decision you were able to make?
Yeah, so we were around Swamp, and we were able to go mode that, but we didn't have the hammer, and there was a number of different ways we could have gone. We could have gone with Smith Chain, we could have gone the Man Under the Bridge. That's just kind of we ended up doing, just doing that Lake Hylia check, going to Man, and then just trying to get that entire stretch there so we never had to come back, doing Pyramid check, and then finally Catfish, which ended up thankfully having the hammer. And that made it so we didn't have to go and do any of those other checks. It was really, the items that directed things.
No, it's fair. I mean, it's what we have to do is like when we see or when we get different things, just being able to float and do things on the fly. But I think you did an excellent job, and your execution was fantastic.
Oh, thanks. I think there were a few things that I definitely could have improved on, but I think that's part of the reason that we're doing this tournament, and that we're doing all this overall, just getting lots of practice in, learning a lot, and just trying to make the most during this time.
Looks like we got Jabera cleaning up a little bit of desert here, getting another bottle for them. Now it looks like they're mirroring and heading to land moles.
Yes. So I don't think Jabera has much left after this, right? I think after clearing desert, it might just be back to Ether Tablet. I mean, they've done much of Pod. They're gonna turn in that mushroom. They could do Fake Powder, but that's not gonna have any progression.
Yeah, if we're going by density, the next level of checks are going to be up on the mountain because, I mean, not that TR was necessary, but you can go into TR and you can clear it. So I would assume going back up that area would be next on their priority list, or maybe they do Meyer here after this because they're right here.
I mean, they need Mitts first.
Oh, that's, yeah, good call.
So I think it's just gonna... It should filter them up there, because I don't know if they have anything else. They're gonna turn into mushroom for sure. Now, let's say they do go to Ether Tablet, get Mitts. What do you think they're gonna do after that?
I feel like with you getting Mitts up there, at least me in that situation, I feel like I would take that to Turtle Rock with it being up there, because a climb is just going to add another however many minutes that is, or a couple minutes to your time. Unless they just immediately bail and go, hold on. I guess if they bail, they should be... Oh, because they still don't have bow. I guess we hope that they stay up there and at least clear Dark Death Mountain to get their bow and then kind of figure it out from there. But I would be thinking staying up on top of Dark Death Mountain, or at least in that area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the density up there, because you would have Super Bunny, you've got Hookshot Cave, that's going to get them their boots as well.
That's right, because that's right there.
Great calling them turning in mushroom and then restocking on potions.
So Javero just fully armed with blue potions, so that's plenty of safeties there, and I think there's still more money to be picked up along the way, so should be okay right there. So I guess he's probably gonna check that.
Oh,
It looks like I saw powder. I didn't even see where powder was. What if that might have been in pod or something?
I do not recall. Hopefully he's got a sword. Give him something useful. Hey! Bacon!
Hey, there we go.
We found bacon.
It's gonna make things so much easier getting through the last bit of the game here.
Mm-hmm. Looks like we're going to Man Under Bridge. I don't recall if Man Under Bridge. I'm assuming he didn't have anything if we don't recall what it, or at least if I don't recall what it was.
I think it might have just been money. Was it like a red 20 or something? Or yeah,
Yep.
okay, so nothing there.
Can't flute from here, so
That they may be. I think the ether tablet might be all they have left at this point.
no.
Because that
Alright.
MITS basically, the MITS locks everything now.
Everything's dropping bombs up here, though.
So MITS are coming in here. And yeah, they're not fluting away, so you said they should be staying on the mountain to pick up. Gonna pick up bow, gonna pick up boots.
And then that should be enough for them.
Yeah, I think that might be go mode at that point. They can do Eastern. Got Desert done already. Do Ice, Mire.
Opening it just in case. Hopefully they jump off and just check the outside and grab their bow.
Yeah, the bow and the boots. I really hope they do not go into TR. Because they do all the checks out here. That should give them everything they need.
Okay. Looks like we're checking the goodies on the outside first.
So they'll find their boots in here, and then their go mode in Super Bunny.
Oh, kind of funny in this one. Yeah, so boots were
Hook locked. Yep.
strictly hook locked. So, I mean, I've seen hook shot in that chest before. That's kind of a nasty spot if you see it there.
Yeah, I've gotten it there a couple times actually. That's always one of the head scratcher ones. All right, and in the Super Bunny. Now we are on the path.
All right, so that probably will send them. Let's see, what would they do next? I would think they would just do Eastern first, just get that out of the way real quick, and then run Ice and Meyer after that.
Oh, I think they just realized they're in go mode. And they're heading out now.
So everything's fallen into place quite nicely. And yeah, so the logic of this seed was actually very linear. Really, if you it's just one line of items because it starts with Aga 1 was logically required, so you end up getting both Cape and Master Sword for that.
Yep.
And then you actually go to Catfish to get your hammer. Then you go to West Dark World. Logically locked these for your flippers. And then you go back to Waterfall Ferry to get Book and Mirror, which breaks open everything, because then you go to the mountain to get mitts, leads to bow and boots. And I think that's the whole chain right there.
Yeah, that's a convoluted way to get you your items. Just putting flippers on blind just really bottlenecked a lot of things that you're logically supposed to do.
I mean, because that's kind of good to keep in mind. So, okay, so I know flippers is locked by the hammer. So, how many places can I find the hammer? Because you'll find that there's actually not a lot of spots you could search. So, eventually you go into dipping all of like East Dark World, do Catfish, and then possibly going in the actually pod you can't go into because you need the bow for the right side.
Mm-hmm. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it tried to be nice. You did not have to go into pod. You did not have to go into TR. They just jumbled up the rest.
I think even Hera you didn't even have to go into. Because I don't think there was...
Yeah, because Green
much of
Pendant
any-
wasn't anything either. Yeah, the Green Pendant tournament was nothing. So yeah, you got to play 7-7. You just had to double dip some of it. I'm not gonna say double dip, but you had to take the scenic route. Armos down. That gives us our, I believe that's our 4th crystal.
Yeah, I think they did that already. I think they did that before. So it should
So
be
5th crystal.
Yes. Yeah, it should be 5th crystal. So well on their way. It should be going to, well, it doesn't really matter which one. They'll just flute to whichever one here. So they'll go
6
to...
or 8?
Okay.
8 first.
more manageable Cold Stare fight with that Tempered Sword.
Yeah, that should make things. That should allow you to breathe a little bit easier this fight.
You're pretty much gonna have like a full inventory by the time they finish, so probably not gonna be missing those silvers.
No,
Only
it
thing
should
missing
be.
would be only thing missing would be sword, armor.
Yeah.
About it.
I mean, I guess unless they're looking for another sword, they may just be go moding this. We're looking for silvers too, not knowing. We know where they're at, but unfortunately Jabera and their mentor does not. Looks like we're going to flip the switch to make going into Cold Stare a little easier for us.
Yeah, I mean, had that first just been the big key, they just skip that.
And I guess maybe this is just me, but even if it is the big key, because you still have to then open the door and go through those two rooms. Is that? And I'm still fairly new to this. I don't know which one is more time versus the other one, or if they're like 6 in one, half a dozen in the other.
It might be. Well, you're kind of going through about the same number of rooms. It might be about equal. I mean, just doing the that first room with pen gators, that does take a little while to do. So
Yeah, and it does look like if you look from chat, it looks like we have the big key. It saves 6 seconds, so that is the faster route. There we go. Asked and answered.
I mean, now the key logic here. So I know it's locked by Samaria. I want to say it's also logically hookshot locked. I mean, granted, it got hookshot very early, but on the logical sense, I believe it's also hookshot locked.
I believe so because of the jellyfish room, even though you can complete it sometimes without having to go in there.
Yeah, so I think that Pengator room or that room with the two freezers, I think how I see it is either one of those has a small key, then it's not hookshot locked.
We got one eye down.
Fire rod shots, okay. Yeah, get those fire rod shots off first. He's got plenty of blue potions, but yeah, Tempered Sword should make this a good double hits right there.
Very nice. All right. Let's head on over to Meyer and then back up the mountain.
Yeah, so maybe you're good. Yeah, just kind of clarifying it. So yeah, I know the freezer chest had the big key, so I guess you could get to the boss with that.
Oh, okay.
They're on their way to Mire. Again, should be a pretty straightforward Vidi fight. They could just use the cape and just, tempered sword should easily be able to get rid of all the eyes.
Either slashing or running through should make quick work of the eyeballs, and then now with the bow, 8 quick shots will finish that guy off. That's not saying you hit him at all while you're attacking the little eyeballs as well. I was just say, I don't think you can reach from that side. Fortunately, no Godmire today.
At least Big Key is not in the worst spot.
True.
So it's technically just below, but have to work a little bit to get to that.
Yeah, no one ever wants percussion in cutscene chest. Looks like we will. Oop. Now it looks like we'll get our big key chest here, or our big key here, and then be able to move on to Vidi. Looks like we powdered the buddy beam to get us a little bit more health on both sides. And we're going to pick up the full magic underneath here. Not a bad thing to do.
It never hurts to get fully restocked before the boss. Save those potions. You can get refill otherwise.
Absolutely. Accidentally dropped a bomb there. Oh, the fire snakes and the anti-fare in that room are not very nice.
Here we go with Cape Strats. Should be short warp with the Tempered Sword.
And down goes Vidi.
And I don't think that took that many arrows because they actually were getting a bunch of hits while taking out the little eyes and just hitting Vidi.
Yeah,
Those
only
are,
needed
early hits there.
only needed 4 arrows to finish him off, so dust off that flute one more time.
So I think that is 7 crystals for Jabra. So on the way to GT. That's probably what you're more used to seeing. Be able to run through the Lionel.
Yep. That one can get bumped. Alright. Now enter in GT. Let's see which way we decide to route. Looks like another hope left.
Which is fine in this case. I don't think either way is going to be really any faster since it's vanilla.
Right.
Vanilla big key, so.
I more or less like to think or to see how people go about the routing in it as we find our silvers, which I'm sure will make them very happy.
Yeah, they're going to have Tempered Sword Silvers on Ganon. That's. You kind of breathe a sigh of relief there. Much easier to manage. Oops, a little bit too far to the right there.
Into the fire snake room.
So they should be picking up their. I believe the Saint card was in here, so get a convenient life refill.
There it is. And you know, $40.
Yeah, at least money wasn't really an issue in this seed. I mean, I've seen some seeds where money gets very tight, and especially if you can't really get much in terms of safeties, you have to manage your funds really well because you have to do Zora and Pod, Dig Game, all that stuff. May not have a lot of reserves.
Fortunate enough for both runners, that was not the case in this seed.
Yeah, pretty much anytime you see anything above like 4 digits of money, that's plenty of cash.
A nice little safety net.
And silver is very convenient for the Ice Armos.
Very true. Ooh, careful with your arrows. Yeah, good call. That is everything lit up now on the little menu board.
The only thing missing are some upgrades, and not even that many. It's just, yeah, I get red mail, gold sword. You got all our bottles.
Yeah, and
I
mirror
think
shield.
That's really got both boomerangs. Oh yeah, mirror shield. Yeah, there's really not much left. There we go, getting that positioning there.
I just say they moved out the door, so they'll.
And I'm gonna think they'll take Jabbers should be taking a little bit of a pit stop in the refill room, just to refill up on supplies. Nah, okay. Got 4 blue potions. I think I got 4 blue potions. That should be okay.
He's got enough Gatorade. He can make it through.
I mean, that room, it's like I never knew, like, doing like the vanilla. I never knew how you could get to that room for like the longest time. I realized you got you bonk off the blocks to get over the gap.
I watched someone do it in a race, and that's how I learned of its existence. I'd always seen the crack over there. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Because I always thought something was there because the map shows something's there. And I was like, well, how do you get to that room? And yeah, I think it was here. I was like tracking races, and I saw people going down. I was like, oh, so that's how you get down there this whole time. It's like, oh man, I never knew that.
Yeah, it's got 2 fairies in it, so you can heal up, stash them, and it's even got, I believe, a magic refill in there too.
Yeah, I think it's got the whole package. Or yeah, just playing it safe with bombos, you know. Just get to the room here. It's always safe to play it that way.
Now Land Mole 2, let's see how this goes. Looks like we're gonna go with the silvers, okay. Roll 2 down.
Nice one there. Yeah, I think at the top, I don't think Jabber is going to be checking anything. I mean, you've got enough, so I may just check it just for fun. If the other sword was just sitting up there, I'm kind of going to laugh a little bit.
That would be kind of funny. You're gonna need that full magic now. Okay.
Torches 2. Yeah, there's really not much you're gonna find that's gonna help too much. I mean, the gold sword would just make the 1-in-1 on the
More
first 2
feasible.
phases easier to do. Yeah, okay, make sure you get that magic refill there.
That's always very nice. Is that a spin or a stab? Stab.
Very good kill there. I mean, don't really like it when it moves fast there, especially on a very tiny platform like that. Managed to get that very, very nicely.
Yeah, Angry Moldorn is not a happy camper on that little piece of plywood. Let's see if Aga plays nice. Good one. Ooh, I think they got the triple. Look at that.
Oh, that was really good. I didn't realize
Yeah.
there was the 2 triples there. I kind of thought maybe one of the hits got canceled out by iframes. That happens fairly common.
I was worried that the first one didn't count as a triple, but it looked like there was enough of delay, so. The agonometry class has been passed.
Yeah, what you don't want to see is like Aghanim in like triangle formations, or it's just some weird, like you can't even get doubles easily, and it's like, man, this is rough.
Guys, I thought you liked me. What is this?
I mean, that's kind of crazy when you see the difference between Master Sword and Tempered. Look at that knockback. There's like very little knockback
Nothing.
with Tempered.
Yeah.
Master Sword, you get knocked back like half the room.
You spin and you, it's like, I'll be back. My planet needs me.
Or like might be phase 3 already.
It looks like it. Yeah, it looks like he's about to jump. Or warp, not jump.
Okay, yeah, okay, so did well to. You might not have to torch glitch here. Okay, that's fine. You're in the center of the room, so that's no problem. you're not going to double from that corner. So,
Oh,
oh
no.
no, yeah, that's a problem right there. I kind of saw it on low. You're gonna probably get hit by the bat, and like it's very hard to let go of the reflex maneuver to go the opposite way.
It's definitely one of those much easier said than done type things. I know I've had the controller many times in my hand and go, just put it down, and my thumb goes, oh, you mean press left? Gotcha.
Yeah, so when you're getting the silver, yeah, the corner is not a very good spot in general. So if you're doing torches, you want to try to, stun them in the center of the room, which should get doubles, and then to get triples, you just hit towards the other end of the room, basically. So you just have to get the setup for that.
Yeah, it should be phase 2. Yep. That should be.
Probably want to get your fire source ready there.
Yeah, good call. We missed torch glitch last time, so try to be ahead of it this time. Granted, it's much easier said than done when you're trying to chase bacon around the stage.
You should be able to get another one in. Yeah, you get
Yeah,
a shot
there we
there.
go.
And now you should be relighting.
All right, everyone, get
All
your
right.
GGs in.
All right, get your GG's in for Jabra, who's finishing up this sieve, taking out Ganon. Got through this seed, a time of 2:14:40. GG's.
Yeah, that's a good point, chat. Being able to freeze Ganon in the center of the room sets you up for nice doubles or even a triple if you set it up correctly. So you only have to do two stuns and hits as opposed to 4 or 3.
Yeah, I think it's more. Yeah, it's getting the fire rod. It's when you kind of stun Ganon there, like when you light the torches up, you want it in a way that you can grab the hit and then grab at least 2 or 3 arrows on that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, joined in chat by Jabra. GG's.
Thank you.
Hey, GG's.
I would love to know what Eclastic did to do that so quickly, because I was running around like a madman trying to find every single thing that I possibly could to make progress.
Yeah, it really went down to one thing. So you were trying to fake flipper into the
mirror.
waterfall fairy,
Yeah.
and you got hit out of that. That's Eclectic did that, and it broke open the whole seed because you got book, mirror, and he
That's what I
basically
figured.
went behind. He went behind the logic.
Yeah, they were able to find that led them to finding mitts on their first trip up the mountain.
Up to Hera. Yeah.
which unfortunately you looked like last located after going to the mountain already twice and then carrying everything else. So that
Yes, it was.
was
Yeah, there was a lot of going back. I had to go
he-
to. I had to go to Skullwoods twice because Moth on 5 Hearts didn't end up working out.
Yeah.
that's a tough fight. That's a tough fight on 10 hearts sometimes, so don't ever be discouraged about that.
Oh no, I'm not. No, I haven't touched this game in 30 some odd years, so I'm pretty happy with how things are going.
Good. Yeah, had you had not getting bumped doing the water walk up there, I think this is a much different seed for you.
Oh yeah, I mean that was because finding those flippers. I don't even remember where I found them, but I remember I was like, oh, it's kind of ridiculous.
It's blind.
Unfortunately they were on blind.
Yeah,
It was blind, and it was logically camera blocks as well. So the game was actually very linear. The chain of items was very linear. It's just if you have to find that
you have to
chain.
find them. Yeah.
So I think when you went into you beat Aga 1, you went to West Dark World, that's normally what most people do. You just skip Catfish. Most of the time you get away with it. Just this time, you probably got close to even last locationing on that one because your hammer was sitting there.
The hammer was Zora, right?
Catfish.
Oh, it was Catfish. All right. Yeah, I
Yep.
can't even keep track anymore.
One of them fish had something.
Yeah, indeed. Oh, yeah, Zora was a scam again.
Yeah, I think it was a heart container on Zora.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was fun.
Definitely.
Is there anything that you guys can think of that you wanted to add about this seed to the listeners?
No, I don't think so. Not me.
Yeah, nothing's really coming to mind. We were very fortunate in getting that earlier and, getting catfish. But yeah, uh, it was a interesting seat and yeah, had fun.
And thank you guys for organizing all this. It's great.
Thank you. Yeah, this is a great tournament, great program.
Okay, so should be wrapping things up. Whiskey Bill, anything else you have to add here?
Nothing else for me. Just thanks to runners, Jabera and Alcoctic. Thanks for putting on the show for us. You guys both did great. And thanks for the podcast for putting this on and present this for everyone.
All right.
And
so
thank you, Kate Sith, for tracking as well.
Yeah, Kate Sith got it busy with full tracking to mark everything, fill up the whole tracker there. So good job on big thanks to Kate Sith too for keeping us up to speed on the items. Again, our runners Eclectic Jabera, Sean for the restream, and my co-commentator Whiskey Bill. So upcoming matches, we have another one coming up later tonight. Actually, maybe like 40 minutes from now, 9 p.m. Eastern. Klutz 450 versus RJ Kinger 83. Beyond get a new crew here, about 40 minutes time. We'll start another race, which should be an exciting one. And we got another race tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern, Extreme Rando versus Squishy Panda. So hopefully you can tune into that game as well. But again, thanks to everyone, the chat, the crew, and all that. And it should be it for this one. So I am Pixcalibur. I will see you guys in the next race. Take care.